Okay, so let's go ahead and start styling our Bootstrap form fields now. So get to code, and here I'm going to give a class for the input type. I'm going to call this as form control. Okay, save this one, and if I get to the browser, let's hit refresh, and I can see that we have a beautiful form field over here. Then get back here, I'm going to call the same thing for the next one. Just paste it over here. Let's hit refresh. Okay, so we have this, and I think we have an extra arrow. So let's see, where is that? Okay, this one. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so we need to style our button. So I'm gonna call this as class btn primary. Okay, let's save this. Let's get to the browser. Let's hit refresh, and we have the button. Now, as you can notice that we don't have much spacing between each other. So in order to give a spacing, what we can do is here for the div, I'm going to give a class. I'm going to call this as MB3. So that's basically margin bottom. So I'm just going to copy this one, and I'm going to apply that to all the div holders of the elements. Okay, save this. Let's get back over here. Let's hit refresh. Okay, so now we have a really good looking form. Okay, so I need to change this name instead of submit. I need to call this as login. So let's get back over here. I'm going to call this as value is login. Okay, so we can also specify a placeholders over here. So instead of placeholders, I'm going to show you how you can add labels. So let's get back to our code, and here we're going to add a label to this. I'm going to call this as label, and we can specify a class for this. We can give class, I'll call this as form label. Okay, and we can call this a name. So I'm going to call this as username. Let's do the same thing for our password, and I'm going to call this as password. Save this. Let's get back over here. Let's hit refresh. I can see that we have the username and password, but this is kind of like very old technique. We don't want this to be outside, we want it to be inside of the form fields itself. So let's get back over here, and I'm going to get rid of these labels. And instead of the labels, I'm going to add in a placeholder. I'm going to call this as placeholder. I'm going to call this as username. Okay, let's copy the same thing. I'm going to add that for the password. Let's hit refresh. Okay, so we have this one. Now we can give some kind of heading on the top. So let's get back over here, and inside the form, before even the form starts, I'm going to give a h3 tag. I'm going to call this as login to admin dash. Save this. Let's get back to our browser. Let's hit refresh. Okay, so we have a nice looking login page, and also we can give some kind of paragraph here. So I'm just going to get back, and instead of h3, I think h4 will do better. And I'm going to give a paragraph. I'm going to call this as login as admin. Okay, save this. Let's get back here. Let's hit refresh. Okay, that looks good, and we can actually make this text muted. So I'm going to give a class for this. I'm going to call this as text muted. So basically this is going to turn the text gray. Okay, that looks better now.